Welcome back to Living Local. It's officially spring. It's still a little bit chilly to start planting our gardens, but you can use this time to learn everything you can so that this season is a success. A series of classes are being offered to teach you everything from growing plants indoors to attracting birds to your backyard. And here to tell us all about these classes is Jo Mulliken, Horticulture, Agriculture, and Natural Resource Program Coordinator. Thank you so much, Tracy, for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so one of your first classes offered is going to bat for bats. So a lot of people get a little weary when we hear the word bats, including myself. So what will be covered in this class?
So the bat course is going to go over, it's Jill Schmidt, she's a resource coordinator. She's going to go over the benefits of bats and why we want them. You know, everybody gets very nervous when you say bats, but they're actually great creatures to have around as they eat tons of mosquitoes and all those little bugs that bite us. So you want to keep them around. We try to go with different topics that people will find interesting, and I anticipate this one being very well attended.
And this is a bat house,
It is a bat house, yes, it is. Just trying to get people interested in, you know, why are they out there? Why do we need them? So, you know, if you put a bat house in your yard, you're going to have less mosquitoes. So there's a benefit for you.
There is a benefit for sure. Okay, so give us the details on this class. When and where?
Okay, so we're at the Holiday Inn here in Rock Island.
Okay.
They're on Monday nights, and they go from 6 to 8 in the evening. So our setup is that we're going to have 3 Mondays, and they're going to be the 10th of April, the 17th, and the 24th. Okay. And on those Mondays, we're going to cover 2 sessions each week.
Okay.
So that first week is the bats that we're talking about, and then also tree diversity with Emily Swihart, our horticulture educator.
Okay, well, that'll be very interesting too, because we have so many, you know, older trees around here too, and a lot of people, you know, aren't really familiar on how to identify those
and
trees.
This weekend with that heavy snow really brought to light a lot of people's tree issues. It was kind of a thinning of the herd, shall you say, this weekend.
Yeah, okay, so on the 17th, you have an expert that's going to cover the topic of birds. So what can we expect from this class?
So the 17th is going to be all about birds. Chris Enroth, who is an educator from the Galesburg area, he's going to talk about landscaping for the birds. So, you know, a lot of people will have the bird houses and such in their yard, but he's talking about what trees, what shrubs, what flowers and plants you can put in your yard to attract those. And then we'll have Jimmy Weebler from Nahant Marsh that same evening, and he's going to talk about different birds as the season changes. So migration of birds and identifying some of those interesting birds that come through here with the different colors. So that whole evening will be about the birds. So it should be a good one. Okay,
so talk about, you're kind of rounding out the series. This last topic covered is growing plants indoors. So tell us about the speaker and what they will discuss.
So Perian West is just a local expert on plants and flowers. It's just kind of her thing. And she's going to talk about indoor plants specifically because we love to have indoor plants and the benefits to us, the air quality, also your psyche with the plants, talking about how they benefit us. And then she's going to go over certain types of plants, succulents and blooming and highlight and low light, talking about the humidity in your home, which is not necessarily ideal for flowers and plants, but how we can make these successful in our home.
That's interesting. I think I need to go to that class for sure because I had a succulent that looked just like this and now it's just dirt.
You know,
it's dead.
Once you get the hang of them, they're really good. But you know, it's just covering those. Everybody likes to have them.
Yes.
But like you get frustrated when you buy them and they don't do what you want them to do.
I know.
So she's going to give you some tips on what you can do to be successful with them. If you walk through any garden center right now, they're a hot item.
They are.
They're crazy how many different varieties and such that are out there. And then to finish off that night, we're going to have the corn crib out, and they're going to talk about what's new in 2023.
Awesome.
So this is my favorite. They do it every year. We have local experts out, and they talk about the old tried true that they're going to have out there. But then there's also those new varieties of color and annuals and perennials. And what are you going to want to get your hands on for your yard? So it's really a fun night. That's usually how we culminate the series is with what's new in 2023. So it's a fun evening. It's going to get your brain going for spring since spring is here.
It is here. Yeah.
No doubt about it. It will be here.
Okay.
So getting your brain going on what can you do this spring and what
Right.
kind of changes are you going to make in your
And
yard?
people, can they ask questions too then?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome, because that's always a plus for sure. All these classes are being held at the Rock Island, or the Holiday Inn in Rock Island. How can people sign up? Do they need to register, and is there a cost?
Okay, absolutely. So we have a website set up just for this class. So it's goillinois.edu Spring Series 23. So you can sign up for one evening or all three. So if you sign up for one, it's $10 per evening. If you sign up for the series, it's $25.
Okay.
I absolutely would recommend you pre-registering just so that we know how many people are coming, handouts, capacity, and those
Right.
types of things. But we do take walk-ins as space allows.
Okay.
The evening's fun. So with the two speakers, you start with the one speaker, they take a break, and that's when we have appetizers and food with the Holiday Inn. And that's when you really get to socialize with the speakers and with the other attendees. It's a social, fun evening.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about their yard, what you're going to change. So
Right.
we've been doing this for a long time. We try to stay with hot topics, and it's just a fun evening to get your brain going.
Yeah, some great topics, some interesting topics for sure. Tracy, thanks so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, for more information, you can go to extension.illinois.edu/HMRS. And we'll also have all those details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local continues after the break. Stay with us.